All right, folks, I've got an interesting one here. This is a 2004 Hyundai XG350L. I guess all the L really means is that this thing is loaded. I have actually probably put, it's got, let's see, let me go in here a little closer like this here. This sun's going to be tough today. Let's see, can you guys see that? There you go. 211,146 miles, of which I've probably put close to 1,000 miles on this car. I know it really well, inside and out. I have never been a real big fan of the Hyundai brand, but for some reason, these XGs, I always get them. They always have high mileage, and they're great cars. This must have been at least, or at most, a 1 or 2 owner car, because it's so well maintained, so well taken care of, and it just runs so fantastic. Let me start her up for you. This car I have driven all winter long, never failed to start, always gave me good gas mileage, was always ultra reliable. And as you can see in the dash, there are none of those check engine lights on, no warning lights. I mean, besides the one telling you to put your seatbelt on and that the trunk is open, because the trunk is open. I was delightfully surprised when it got warm enough out, actually. If you can see, is the air conditioner works. It does have, again, sorry about the light. It's got the driver information center. It's got the electronic climate control, power, memory, heated leather seats. I mean, just everything. Check this out. It's got, of course, there's your sunroof, or power moonroof, whatever you want to call it. That's your slider. Here's your tilt. Works exactly as it should. And there's your hangover shade. I mean, this car is fantastic. It's got the auto stick transmission, which I can tell you is a lot of fun. And it is, I believe, a 5-speed automatic transmission. Let's do the power windows. Right rear. There's your right front. Swing on around here. There's your left rear. And here's your left front. All right, we'll bring that up. All right, now we're gonna hop out and we're gonna do the tires and check the outside over. Now, I'm not saying that this 211,000 mile car is perfect. It certainly isn't. But as far as a cheap, reliable, everyday driver, this is a beauty. All right, oh, here, let's see. Let's check our power seats. Again, see, this is the shadows I hate. Sorry about that. Forwards, backwards, up, down, and the seat back, of course, works exactly as it should. Let's move around to the left front tire. I believe I'm missing one cap, and I think it's right there. All right, let's check the tread here. So I got a little handy-dandy gizmo here, and we'll put that in there, and we'll see what this says. It's got almost 10-30 seconds of tread. And just so you know, a brand new tire, car tire, is about 12-30 seconds. So that left front tire is really nice. All right, this is your left rear tire. Pull this out of there. And that one also is about 10-30 seconds. And I believe it matches the front. Come around to the right rear tire. And let's see what this one says. Yeah, and that one is exactly the same, almost 10-30 seconds. So it looks like we got a nice set of matched tires on this car, all with approximately the same tread depth. And look at that. Oops, I hit the thing. Let me do it again so you guys can see I'm not messing around. There we go. And almost 10-30 seconds. So, moral of the story is, you've got fantastic tires on this car, nothing to worry about for many miles to come. As you can see, nice, clean, aluminum alloy wheels on the vehicle. Now, the body, there's a little dent right there. In the right front, no other scratches, nothing bad. I see one little ding on the passenger door there. And let's see, let's check out the, oh, it's got the, as you can see, the really nice matching Hyundai, custom floor mats. You can see nice wood grain trim on the dash. I mean, nothing's beat up, nothing's busted up on this car. Look at the seat. It's crazy nice condition. And the driver's seat is just as nice, as you can see over there. I mean, a little tiny bit of wear and tear, but come on, I mean, with this kind of mileage and being 10 years old, this car's in fantastic shape. And here is your door jamb. As you can see, no issues there. Here's the door panel in the right front, and now we'll do the door frame itself. There you go. You can see no issues whatsoever. Right front door. All right, now we're going to do the roof. Of course, there's your sunroof. Sorry, the car is a little bit dirty. I planned to do this. I had my son take and wash it and wax it, and of course it rained. So with the pollen and the rain, yeah, there's a couple little spots, but not a big deal. All right, this is your right rear door. It looks pretty clean. No dents, no dings really to speak of. There's your door jamb. Look at that, side airbags on this baby. So you got at least 4 airbags. That's how many I've found so far. Here's your rear seat. Almost looks like it's never been sat in, of course. Just a beautiful little 5-passenger car. Just look how clean it is. It's amazing. And we'll even check out the headliner here. There you go. Looks like it's got a split fold-down seat and an armrest. Nice. All right, let's check out this door frame. And as you can see, clean, clean, clean. All right, now moving along to the rear quarter panel, about the only thing I can see is there is a little rust bubble right there. It hasn't broken through yet, so you can arrest that if you want. Coming around to the back of the car, the bumper actually looks pretty nice. It's not all beat up. It's pretty decent shape. Looks pretty nice, actually. Now we'll look under the car. I don't know what you can see there, but here you are, folks. And of course, here's your trunk. Has the cargo net, and of course it's very, spacious, but it does have the split fold down, and it's got a JVC 12-disc CD player, which the remote for that is up front of the car. You might have seen that on the opening of the video. If not, I'll show it to you later. Here's your actual trunk, XG350L. This is actually a pretty attractive car too. I always thought it kind of looked like a little bit like a baby Bentley when they first came out. And probably the worst spot on the car is this side. It's got a little dent, it's got a little scratch, and a little bit of a rust bubble. Other than that though, the car really does represent itself pretty nicely. Moving along, we'll do the roof on this side. There you have it. And now we'll do, this is the left rear. And as you can see, again, the sun and the shadows aren't helping us here. But you can see, this interior is neat as a pin. It's immaculate. Door jamb on this side, nice and clean. And the door itself, beautiful. And of course, we'll do the driver's area. Oops, sorry about that. All right, look at this. I don't know if the shadows are tough, but I put the camera inside. Maybe it'll adjust for the light, and you can see how nice the driver's seat actually is. And here's your door jamb. And of course, the door frame itself. And again, another good, clean door. So nothing to worry about on the doors. Left front fender actually looks to be very nice. No nicks, no dings, no scratches. The front looks good. The headlights are nice and clear, surprising for this kind of mileage. Of course, there are going to be some stone chips, on the front bumper and on the hood. You'll see some as well. And it looks like you got a little too close to somebody with a hitch right there. Other than that though, as you can see, even down low, it's pretty nice. Now we'll take a look underneath the car. All right, there you have it. Like I said, this baby runs fantastic. It's never let me down. It's got the Hyundai 3.5 liter V6. And it just is fantastic. It's got plenty of power. It runs great. Always starts up. No lights. I mean, it's just nice. And as you just heard, even going up to the rev limiter, there is no high rev knock. There's no valve train taps. No noise. Just a great, great runner. Here's the underside of the hood. Another thing I like about this, see that? The 2 pistons, they still work and they hold the hood up. All right, we'll close her up. And as I said, on the hood, there's no damage. It just has quite a few of these, stone chips. I mean, you would expect that though, because of the mileage this car has done. But you can go to the Hyundai dealer and get the matching paint and spend an hour or two just touching up all the little dots. That's up to you. But get this, if you live in the state of New Jersey, you have a good, valid inspection sticker until November of 2015. So that's well over a year and a half of inspection left on this car. But of course, none of that matters if the car doesn't run good, and it does. So that's what we're gonna do next, take it for a ride. All right, everybody, I'm gonna take it for a ride now. Doing something I've been getting in the habit of doing lately. I'm doing what's called a cold start, which is what you saw before. Car was ice cold, started it up. You heard me rev the engine, no problems. Well, now the car has been sitting and idling for a while and it's nice and warmed up. And I also like to perform a warm start. And this is a good tip, whether you buy from me or not. Any older, higher mileage vehicle, you always want to see it start warm and you want to see it start cold because different things can manifest themselves. Okay, we're all set, ready to go. I'm going to take it for a ride. One thing I didn't mention, this does have the HomeLink transmitter in the mirror. What that's for is if you want to program it, you can put your garage door remotes, or if you have a house alarm or whatever, you can put it in there. And that way you don't have to carry remotes around in your car. Because most people leave them behind when they trade their car in, so it's probably not a bad idea to use that. I always liked it. It's one of my favorite features. As soon as this traffic clears, we're going to take off. All right, here we go. Tell you, this car's got a lot of spunk. It's quiet. It goes down the road so smooth. It's really nice. I mean, here we are. We're at 50 miles an hour already and shifted up through all 5 gears, nice and smooth. Just a really beautiful car. This was the top of the line Hyundai in 2004 too. You couldn't get a more full car. You can see, hands off the wheel, tracking down the road nice and straight. One thing that you probably can't hear on the video, but I'm obligated to tell you everything I hear and feel about the car. About the only mechanical thing I can say about this vehicle is you're most likely at some time in either the near or distant future, depending on your tolerance, you're going to need to put a strut or two in the back. Because I can hear them as we go over some bumps. You hear a little bit of the clunking, and I think the car rear end is sitting down just a little bit low. So that's kind of like a maintenance item. That's not like something like dreadfully wrong with the car. So it's not like, oh my gosh, you know, I'm buying a bad car. No, it's just, that's maintenance. You got to put shocks in a car. They wear out, you know, they're supposed to. If they didn't wear out, they wouldn't be doing their job. So anyway, that's about the only thing that I haven't fixed and or, you know, can tell you about. Other than that, everything else on this car is absolutely gorgeous. You sat in the passenger seat of this car while I drove it and never knew what the mileage is, you'd be like, man, this is like a 70,000 mile car. I'm not kidding, it's that nice. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is a brake test, which is very simple. I go to the vacant lot across the street from my place and I put, you know, and I just let go of the wheel, slam on the brakes, and see what happens. Keep your eye on the steering wheel, because what you don't want to see is the wheel going wildly left or right. It means there's a brake equalization problem. Plus, I don't know if this car has anti-lock brakes. I suspect it probably does, considering all the other crap that it's got. And it does have traction control, so yeah, it most likely has anti-lock brakes. But we'll test to make sure they work okay too. All right, here we go. Pull into the lot. There's a patch of gravel, hands off the wheel, and smooth as silk, slowing down. If you'll notice, the wheel just did a little of that, and it's supposed to. One thing you didn't hear that I'm sure I heard is the anti-lock brake pump going. So yes, this car does have anti-lock brakes. It does have traction control. It's got 4 airbags. So I don't know what it is with kids these days, but they all want a 4-door sedan. I'll tell you something, I would have absolutely no problem putting my child in this car as a first car. I mean, besides the fact that it's got all the stuff the kids like, you know, sunroof, CD changer, all that crap, it's just a safe car, nice car, reliable, front wheel drive, and the price is just going to be fantastic. And I'm going to tell you something else I noticed that makes me think this was, like I said, a 1-owner, 2-owner car, very well maintained. I don't know who does this. I don't do it, but somebody actually went to the Hyundai dealer and bought Hyundai wiper blades and installed them on this car. That's pretty impressive to me. Oh, and one other thing I just noticed, and I'm going to point it out, I see 2 little stone chips over on the passenger side. Nothing in the driver's view. You could probably get those filled for like $45, but that's up to you if you want to get it done. All depends on your state. Obviously in New Jersey, it passed inspection, so it's not a problem. But again, a lot of my people come from out of state, and I don't know the rules in all 50 states. So that's what I can tell you. It probably most likely would pass, especially since it's on the passenger side. But again, that's up to you. So like I said, not a perfect car, but for the money, gorgeous, beautiful. I'll be sad to see this car go because I take it all the time to drive it. That's how much I like it. All right, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take the camera off here. Pardon my terrible camera work here, getting my hands in the way and everything. And we're gonna take one last walk around the car, and I can tell you I'm sitting in this car, and let's see, the ambient temperature it says is 61 outside, but sitting in this car, I have it set at 77, and I can still feel the air conditioner coming out. So obviously in the bright sun, it's a little warmer inside than 61 degrees, but at least we're fortunate in that it's warm enough out right now that we can see it. Oh wait, I didn't check the windshield wipers. There you go. I want to show that to you. There you go with those Hyundai wiper blades, and the horn does work, okay? All right, let's back out. Take a quick walk around one last time so you guys can get a nice idea what this car is all about. You can see it is a pretty car. And once again, it's going to be the price is really what makes the difference on these babies. All right, folks, there you have it. If you need a second family car or a new car or a car for the new driver, you want something reliable, you want something safe, spacious, comfortable, with all kinds of equipment, then I would say this would probably be the car for you. Thanks.